why you should simply execute on what you've thought of and just move on. I've realized this in my personal experience that in work settings, especially, and sometimes even in families, the best strategy that one can follow is simply execute what they have thought of and move on to the next big thing. Why I say this is that a lot of times what happens, especially in a work environment, is that your contemporaries, your colleagues and peers, they don't really have their own set priorities, or probably they don't have that kind of a clarity and visualization of what they want to achieve, or they don't have their set agendas. But then when you plan on doing something, when you plan on achieving or getting a particular result, that is what everybody else also wants to do. I don't know where this kind of a thought process or this kind of a philosophy really comes from. I sometimes feel this actually stems from insecurities or fears all in the incumbents who are already there in those positions. And the idea behind this is that someone is moving too fast, and at times the idea is it's more comfortable that the status quo is maintained and everybody is in the same position for the next whatever number of years or months probably. And but you are in a position wherein, or you are with the mindset and you go with that kind of an aggression that you really have to prove a point. You do not have too much of time to waste. You would want to accomplish the best that you can accomplish in the least amount of time, and you have other set of priorities as well that you would like to accomplish. Probably you are running 3 or 4 different races in your life that you would really love to accomplish or win or complete. So hence, time is always against you. Hence you operate at a different speed, you operate at a different energy level. You would like to give in your 200% on a daily basis and get those results which people have been trying to get, or people have not been even trying and not been able to accomplish. Hence those insecurities and fears, they actually come at a surface level, and that is where this kind of a behavior actually comes from. After much deliberation and thought, one thing that I have realized is you should actually be unapologetic when it comes to execution. All that you should be thinking is that this is what I have decided, this is what I want to accomplish, this is the time that I'm giving myself to accomplish XYZ number of things, and I'm going to do them anyways. Whether you step into other people's boundaries, that boundary testing has to be done. At times, you have to test those boundaries, and you have to be unapologetic about those particular boundaries, right? After a lot of thought and personal experiences, one thing that I have realized is that it is not tenacity that always wins. A lot of times, what is happening is that we are operating with a lot of tenacity, but what is actually missing in us is the audacity. The audacity to test certain boundaries, the audacity to do things which previous people in those positions have not really done, the audacity to actually try newer things, try newer boundaries, try probably newer verticals in your career or in your job or in your life per se, right? And life is an adventure when you try new things, or it can be nothing at all, right, if you are unadventurous. So that would be the thought for today. I would like to say this is First Principles. My name is Zaid, and thank you for tuning in.